Welcome back, everybody. You got Specs here, and today we're going to be looking over Week 3 matches from UPDL Season 2. Yeah, I think you guys know the drill by now, so let's just get started. So first up, we got Narukami Ninetales versus the Alpine Armaldos, aka Popular versus Eve Stitch. So, what we got here, we got interesting team on Populous side. I kind of, you don't really see that. Like this team kind of looks like a Web's hyper offense team, and then you see like the Bastion on there, so that's kind of interesting. Very interested to see what the Bastion has in store. Might be like a Dragon Dance Flygon as well. Maybe there's probably definitely Shell Smash Minior, and then like I don't know. We'll see what happens. And then on the other hand, we got a little bit of a Sun team here from Eve. Keep in mind though that is Mega Venusaur, so unfortunately won't be able to take advantage of Chlorophyll. Very unfortunate. You see a Mew being brought again. This could potentially be, if you remember Week 2, this could potentially be a Cosmic Power Mew again, which of course could be very dangerous. Yeah, I don't know. Not much else to talk about. Oh, there's a Volcarona as well, I guess. Volcarona's scary. But yeah, let's just get started. Gonna make sure to turn the music off. So yeah, we got Flygon lead against Torkoal. So normally here, Torkoal doesn't really want to stay in necessarily, but it can take an Earthquake, and if it does have Will-O-Wisp, it might be a good idea to go for that. But this could be Dragon Dance Lumberry, so overall, probably not the best idea to stay in. If this Whimsicott could potentially come in here, as long as the Flygon does not predicting over Fire Punch or something like that immediately, I think that would be a decent play. Again, if you have Wisp and you're willing to risk the Lumberry, that is that's a fine play as well. So yeah, we're gonna see. Actually, it is special Flygon, and the Wisp does come out, but unfortunately, it seems to be a fully special Flygon. Might even be Specs, and unfortunately for Eve, that Will-O-Wisp did not matter not matter as much, and unfortunately, I think she is going to let it go. That was a very, very interesting turn 1. We do see the special Flygon, very interesting. Very unfortunate for Eve that happened, because Torkoal obviously does not want to take special ground moves as opposed to Earthquakes. So yeah, the Torkoal does die turn 1. Very sad. I'm wondering if Eve should have tried to keep the Torkoal alive, though. I'm not so sure about that. I mean, Whimsicott was a switch in here. Keep in mind, Eve doesn't have any ground resist, so actually Special Specs Flygon would actually work pretty well in this scenario. So she would have had to go on Whimsicott. Whimsicott probably would have taken like 30-40, but at least Eve would then get good positioning from there, because obviously Whimsicott threatens out Flygon with Moonblast or whatever. So I don't know. I guess it's just like, do you want to take that 30-40%, or do you want to just let Torkoal go? And I guess letting Torkoal go is a fine play there. I mean, it's not like Popular has like Sun or whatever, but now Eve definitely most likely can't remove hazards. Well, she might have defog on Whimsicott, so we don't know. We'll see what happens. But losing hazard removal potentially if she doesn't have defog on Whimsicott, or like defog on Mew or whatever. If she doesn't have that, then Galvantula Webs become a lot bigger of an issue. So we'll see what happens. Where damage comes in. Whimsicott does come in here. We're gonna see a double switch into Mew on the Galvantula. So now we're probably gonna see the Thunder Wave. Wait. Oh wait, I remember this turn. Hold up. We're gonna see the Mew. Okay. I just need you guys to see this before we get started. So, we got Mew here, right? And we got Galvantula. As you saw earlier, you saw the Thunder Wave into Mew. Okay, so we see that, right? And then we see the Lumberry actually, right? First off, synchronized occur. Okay, first off, synchronized pops, right? So Galvantula it doesn't get paralyzed, so it doesn't matter. And then the Lumberry comes in, so we probably assume that this is probably Dragon Dance Mew of some kind, potentially. And then we see fucking we see fucking reflect type, so it can't get paralyzed in the next. So it was very interesting to see that turn play out when I was watching this match the first time. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Anyway, so I guess now Mew can't get paralyzed, and also is not weak to any sort of bug bust and shenanigans from Galvantula. So now Sticky Webs are going to be popped up as the Mew does go for Dragon Dance. Overall, Reflect type is a really interesting move, so I'm kind of glad to see it's getting some use here. And we're going to see a second Dragon Dance come up on the Volt Switch as we go into Bastiodon. Yeah, so in this scenario, so this is the problem with Reflect type, because now you have to deal with a potential Rock move coming from the Bastiodon, which probably won't hurt that much, frankly, because Bastiodon sucks offensively. You know, so yeah, we could see Mew go for the Reflect type here to change into a Rock Steel type to potentially take a Rock move, or we can see it just spam Dragon Dance and see what happens. I think if this Bastiodon does have Earthquake, I mean, but why would it have Earthquake? It probably doesn't have Earthquake. So I would probably Reflect type here. We do see the Stealth Rock come out, and we're going to see the Drain Punch come out. Does not kill, surprisingly enough. Bastiodon is very, very tanky, and we are going to see it does actually have Earthquake, so we're going to see a lot of damage being done to the Mew. Drain Punch is going to recover a little bit of health. Bastiodon does go down. Galvantula comes back in here. Very interesting. I would... So Eve goes for Reflect Type here. I don't understand that play necessarily. I think... Yeah, so the reason why I don't really understand it is because, well, you're Rock Steel type, right? So you resist Bug, and you're neutral to Electric. Versus if you Reflect type, you are neutral to Bug, and you are resistant to Electric, right? So overall, basically, there's no real benefit to switching types here, because you're still gonna be neutral to one of Galvantula's stats. And if it does have, okay, to be fair, we didn't know it had Bug Buzz until now, but I assume, because you know Eve's team has like 5 grass types. Galvantula probably has Bug Buzz. But besides that, Volt Switch is weaker than Bug Buzz, correct? We all know that. Wait, hopefully. Well, okay. That was a weird way of phrasing it. I'm sorry for that. But yeah, Volt Switch is weaker than Bug Buzz, right? So I would probably have just stayed as the Rock Steel type and then just Dragon Danced up again. Or something of that sort. But yeah, we're going to see the Reflect type anyways. Bug Buzz does hit for pretty decent damage. Earthquake is going to not quite get the KO. And unfortunately, the Reflect type Dragon Dance Mew is going to go down. Victini is going to come back in here. Nidoking is going to come out. And we're going to see V-Create absolutely decimate Nidoking. I actually don't know if that's banded or not. Frankly, V-Create is quite strong. I'm not sure if it's banded. Probably is, actually. So we're going to see V-Create, and it's going to absolutely decimate Nidoking. Volcarona is going to come out. Goes for a very greedy Quiver Dance, as V-Create is going to completely destroy the Volcarona. Yeah, that's quite unfortunate there. Frankly, at this point, webs are up. I think Eve's best choice here would probably be to go to Venusaur. At least you don't completely die to a fire move, unlike the other 2 Mons here. So yeah, I think that would probably be the best idea. To be fair, Venusaur can't do much back to Victini, but at least you can probably tank the hit and like recover, Leech Seed or something. I don't know. But yeah, Victini at this point, like, Popula is in complete control, correct? Because it's just V-Create is just absolutely decking every single Mon here. So, and then webs are up as well, so there's no way of outspeeding it or anything like that unless you have Prankster or Whimsicott. But even then, like, what is Whimsicott gonna do in that scenario? The best thing it can do is like Sunspore. So like, yeah, it's just at this point, Eve is like definitely in the downhills. She gotta pull something out of her. So we're gonna see the Mega Venusaur come in and go for the block. Very interesting set. Thunderwave is gonna come out. We're gonna see a Volterra, and we're gonna see the Volt Switch out into what I'm assuming Starmie. Interesting. Toxic is gonna come out here. This could be Natural Cure Starmie, so this might not matter at all. Whimsica's going to come out on the swap, and we're going to see Psychic come out. Does quite a bit of damage, so it probably is Analytic. Flip turn comes out and does kill the Whimsicott. So now it is Venusaur against the world. So we're gonna see Venusaur coming in. We're gonna see sub on Minior. Very interesting, as the Leechy does fail, and we're probably gonna we're gonna see a Shell Smash as well. Yeah, this is and we're gonna see the White Rare proc, which means this thing most likely has acrobatics, and I think this game is it is over. So yeah, very exciting game one to start us off. In terms of what Eve could have done better, frankly, Special Flygon's not something you're supposed to be looking out for. So, yeah, I guess there really wasn't much that could be done once Torkoal got damaged like that. Because I'm pretty sure Torkoal was her only hazard remover, and she needed that alive in order to, and healthy as well, in order to, spin. Because, like, even if she did preserve the 4% Torkoal afterwards, like, Torkoal is not taking any hits, and everything's faster than it. Besides potentially Bastion. No, but Bastion is probably faster and could kill it too. So like, yeah, it's just unfortunate. Once you lost that Special Flygon, like, it was just, I guess maybe she could have played her Mew. I think she played the Mew pretty well. If she was able to get up all those, if she was able to get all that set up, though, maybe she could have won from there. Although, to be fair, the Mew did not seem very attack invested, so I don't even know if it would have been able to kill a lot of these mons in one hit, even at +3. Maybe it would have, though. Who knows? I don't think it would have killed Minior, though, for example. And then Minior could have Shell Smash. Oh wait, no, she couldn't. Well, Minior couldn't have Shell Smash, but they were able to just hit it with the Rock move or whatever. And Mew was at like 5%, or a very low health at that point. So yeah, yeah, I don't know. Once the Mew died, I think the game was kind of over. Because yeah, Banded Victini would have absolutely slaughtered every single thing on this team. So yeah, it was just unfortunate. I think just the Special Flygon just really caught Eve off guard, and there was not much she could have done after that. So yeah, it was a pretty clean first game, and we're gonna move on to the next one. So, we're gonna see Driftveil Delibirds against the Melting Mudkips. So yeah, the Brain Team against the Balance Team. I don't know. I should stop trying to describe these teams. So yeah, we're gonna see Zadash bring like the same 6 months he's always been bringing. To be fair, they work pretty well on range, so I don't blame him. And then we're gonna see, Zardex. The Executor is probably Executor, and the what's his name, Toxicroak. Both are gonna be pretty decent here at taking these water moves. The main issue is gonna be Zapdos 100,000%. Melting Mudkips has no flying resist at all, and Zapdos, quite frankly, just takes over this very well. Yes, there is a Blissey on the field, but Zapdos could easily Volt Switch out or just Hard Switch out into any sort of physical water mons that Zan may have, and he has a lot of them. And most of them do scare out Toxicroak as well. So yeah, it's not looking like a good matchup for the Melting and the Mudkips, but we're gonna see what happens. So we're gonna see Pelipper come in here on the Executor. Probably you want to switch here if I was the... Wait. Okay, well, he doesn't switch. Sorry, I was just trying to check Eggy's speed. So yeah, 85, 121. Well, I guess it's not unreasonable to assume that you'd be faster, but he was not faster. So we're gonna see Executor go for the Sleep Powder turn 1. Obviously Pelipper falls asleep, but at least the Pelipper has burned a turn, so it could potentially wake up later. We're gonna see the Leaf Storm come out here, does quite a bit of damage, and then we're gonna see the Retaliation Hurricane, and it is going to knock out the Executor. Yeah, definitely should have gone to Blissey there. Blissey is your only hope at beating the Zapdos, and you kind of just have to hope he doesn't have Volt Switch, otherwise you're kind of screwed. Even if it does Volt Switch, that's not the end of the world. You give momentum for the physical water types, but you at least have some way of counterplaying them. But yeah, we're going to see a hard switch out here into Bear Scooter on the Stealth Rock. We're probably going to see either a Flip Turn or a Psychic Fangs. Close Combat, actually. Not one of the three. Well, I guess yeah, he was in front of it. You were in front of Blissey. Although personally, you know, I don't expect the Blissey to stay in there, so I would have gone for either a flip turn, just gain momentum, or I would have gone for Psychic Fangs to predict the Rotom switching. Not Rotom, Toxicroak switching. Anyway, Close Combat is going to come out. Not going to do too well. It does quite a bit actually. That's definitely offensive Tornadus. We're going to see the knockoff here. Unfortunately, gets a big static here, and it turns out to be a Choice Specs Zapdos. And then we see a Thunder come out. Does get the Para. We're going to see the red card actually come out here on the Blissey. Very interesting. And the Swampert is going to come out here in response. We're going to see a Waterfall. Ooh. Yeah, so... Oh. Yeah, so couple things didn't go right there. So Swampert, once the Swampert came out here, you know, Blissey needed to switch out because this team absolutely gets demolished by Zapdos. Actually, wait, never mind. Rocks are up. You don't have to worry about it as much anymore. Of course, you still have to worry about Zapdos if the Pelipper is able to wake up and get a G-Fog off. But yeah, at this point, actually, Zapdos can't really hurt much anymore. So I guess it's not the worst thing to try to sack Blissey, but definitely going for Thunder was not the right play there, because obviously ground types are immune to electric moves, and I don't think it's unreasonable to assume that the Swampert would stay in and go for a big hit off, especially since it's rain boosted Waterfall. Of course, it's not gonna kill, which, you know, happens here, but yeah, like at least a Soft Boiled or a Toxic here would have been a lot better. Teleport if you had that Soft Boiled. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna see the Blissey switch out back into Tornadus as the Waterfall comes out. Does quite a bit of damage again. Unfortunately, the Tornadus is not fast enough after the paralysis and gets killed by Ice Punch. We're gonna see the Toxic come in here, and it definitely just dies to Earthquake. Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't good. I mean, you just needed to keep Toxicroak. Unfortunately, yeah, you just need to keep Toxicroak. There's no getting around it, because well, look at how many water types there are. To be fair, there is like no, you just need to keep it. I think you should have just gone Pert. Try to get some damage off on it. Whatever Pert set that is. Maybe it has Yawn, maybe it has Toxic, all that type of stuff. But yeah, you need to get damage, and then you could try to go to something like Charizard X and potentially muscle through everything after that. This Zard X doesn't have a bad matchup here, actually. Especially after what happened. If you kill the Swampert, you can probably get a setup on the Barraskewda. You can create one Dragon Dance, right? And then like depending on what happens, like Zard X could still win this game. And yeah, I think Sage should have tried to play it for but well, I guess in that case, you could just sack Toxicroak and just go all in on Zard. Okay, we'll see what happens. We're gonna see the Swampert come out here. Dark Slayer is gonna come out. Yeah, Dark Slayer, I'm not so sure about that. There's really no reason to bring it, frankly, because everything is not weak to Dark. Nothing is weak to Dark on Zan's team, and I don't think anything on his team is weak to Dark in general. So you're gonna see the Pelipper come back in. Hopefully for Zadash, it does wake up. We're gonna see a Rock Slide come out, and we do see the second turn wake. Yeah, very unfortunate. Defog is gonna come out, which means Zapdos is now a factor again in this game. U-Turn is gonna come out, and Dracovish is coming, and this is definitely a free kill. Yep. Regardless of whether it's Scarf or Banned, because that Dracovish is strong. Zardex is gonna come in here, but nope. It turns out to be Scarfish run, and that is the game. Dracovish is going to come up with a 3-0 sweep here, and we're going to see Zadash's first win, and it was a 6-0 to boot. So, yeah. Regards to what could have been done better, Sage just has a terrible matchup, I'm going to be quite honest. But if you wanted to keep yourself in the game as long as you could, I think trying to set up Zardex was your best option near the end of that game there. Keeping Toxicroak alive to at least, influence Zadash not to click a water move could have been really nice there. Although, to be fair, at the end there, Swampert literally just cleaned because he could just click Earthquake. Because, yeah, very unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of a bad matchup. Yeah, moving on. All right, we're gonna see. Yeah, okay, so next up we're going to see the Texas Turtwigs face off against the Toledo Treeckos. So we're going to see the TTs fight the T. That was a terrible idea to say that. Okay, anyways, in terms of leads here, I would expect the Darmanitan to kind of start off. It's just kind of free in general. Even if you lead off against Ditto, it's a 50-50 shot of outspeeding and killing with Flare Blitz. Assuming it's Scarf. And, and against everything else, you either get a free U-turn or a free move. So, yeah. Togekiss is actually the one to come out here, and the Skarmory is the one to come out. Okay, interesting. We're going to see an immediate swap into Weezing here on the Flamethrower. Does quite a bit of damage. Probably going to see an Air Slash. We do see it. Thankfully, the neutralizing gas, Ringrist, is not in effect, so we get a good Splash Bomb hit off. Unfortunately, it's not doing quite enough, and Togekiss is going to take out the Weezing with Air Slash. We're going to see the Lycanroc come out here and a Revenge Kill with Accelerock. Very nice. Articuno is going to switch out here on the Meganium as it goes for Gear Drain. No dice. Probably going to see just a Freeze Dry out here. Oh no, we go to see a Toxic. Very nice play. Actually, it wasn't that nice play, but okay, nice play. Whatever. We're going to see the Skarmory come in here, and Body Slam is going to do quite little, obviously, and we're going to see the Rocket Helmet on Skarm. So Rocket Helmet Skarm is the goddamn bane of Kangaskhan because for a mon that hits multiple times, Rocket Helmet is the worst thing you could ever fight. And also Skarmory can take basically take every single physical move that Kangaskhan can dish out. We're going to see Darm kind of come out here though, and it's going to come in on a body press. So that Darm, which was looking so good in this matchup, like look how good Ice Cream Crash here was, is now going to get absolutely nothing done. Very, 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 very smart body press here on Arms End. Because maybe on Terra's end you probably expected maybe he's gonna go for spikes, maybe he's not, maybe he's gonna roost to get back sturdy or something like that. But no, he's just gonna go for the body press and just take it out. And we see Specs the Sigilyph. Oh, a man after my own heart. We're gonna see the Sigilyph go for the Heat Wave on the Quagsire switch in. We're gonna see an Air Slash come out. Gets a nasty flinch, although frankly probably didn't matter that much, as we do see an Air Slash miss afterwards, so yeah, it didn't matter at all. I guess. Well, Recovery's gonna come out here, Air Slash can come out again. We're gonna see not exactly sure why there was an Earthquake there, but we see an Earthquake there, and obviously as a flying type, that's not gonna do anything. Anyways, Lycanroc is gonna come in here and probably go for the Stone Edge. Unfortunately, gets a miss on the Meganium. Articuno is probably gonna come back out here as the Meganium goes for a Leech Seed. Probably going to see a Freeze Dry on Articuno's end. Nope, we can see another Toxic. Fair enough. Most likely going to see Skarm switch in here. And the Kangaskhan does decide to Mega Evolve. Unfortunately, it's taking quite a bit of Rocket Helmet damage. And on top of that, does not get the Body Slam Paralysis to boot, which is 51% chance because of the twice hitting thing. Anyway, Body Press is going to come out on the Sigilyph. Not going to do anything. Lycanroc is going to come out on the Heat Wave. No burn. And we're probably going to see an Accelerock or Stone Edge come out here. Accelerock comes out, doing a decent amount of damage, but not quite enough. Articuno is going to come back in here on the Synthesis. And we're probably going to see Freeze right now. Okay, it has Ice. Okay. Actually, yeah, well, I don't know why I assumed he had Freeze Dry, because I don't think Terra had a Water type. Oh wait, no, she had Cloyster. Actually, yeah, maybe it should have been a Freeze Dry. Anyways, we're going to see Ice Beam. Gets a nasty freeze, unfortunately. Oh, he has Ice Beam and Freeze Dry. Oh, interesting. Well, there's no reason to click Freeze Dry here because, well, nothing here is weak to Freeze Dry, or they're just already weak to Ice Beam. So, well, I don't even know why he brought Growth, frankly. Anyways, Ice Beam is gonna just come out, doing a lot of damage. Meganium is willing to stay in the frozen state. Sigilyph is going to come out here. Ice Beam comes out again. Does quite a bit of damage. And, yeah, 2%. Sigilyph's not going to be... Oh, it goes for the Roost, but at this point, nothing's going to take in that Accelerock. Boom. Stone Edge is dead. Meganium's going to come back in here. Not willing to risk the Mist, apparently, but it is frozen. So I would have just Stone Edge there, but whatever. He does go to Articuno to get the Ice Beam kill. Kangaskhan comes back in here. Most likely we're going to see, we're going to see this Skarm clutch back in. And unfortunately, there goes the Kangaskhan. No paralysis for Terra, very unfortunate. We're going to see the Butterfree come in here on the Sleep Powder. Ditto comes in on the Butterfree, Sleep Powder. Lycanroc comes in, and we're probably going to see a Accelerock if it's no Focus Sash, no Focus Sash, and there goes the game. Wow. So, yeah, so what? Lycanroc got like what? I only got like, what, 3 kills? 3 kills? Yeah, that's pretty good. 3-0, yeah. Another 3-0. I think I have to, okay, whatever. I'm not gonna say it about, I'm not talking about that now. But yeah, so it looks like Mega Kangaskhan's weaknesses have finally been revealed. The answer is Steel types and, well, specifically Steel Flying types and Rocky Helmet. Kangaskhan was not able to do anything to that Skarmory, and Skarmory just hurt it back just by existing. So, very unfortunate. I think the biggest play that happened there was the Darm coming in on the Skarmory. Very, very poorly mistimed switch-in, I guess, was probably the best way to describe that. Because Skarmory could have gone for Body Press on the Mega Kanga, which I neglected to mention earlier. So, yeah. But yeah, that was really, really good for Arum, because after that, really there was no real threats, right? Togekiss and Darm were the only 2 big threats against him, and he was able to get rid of them within like the first 10 turns. So after that, I think Arum just had the game wrapped up in a nice little pink bow for the rest of that game. Yeah. As for what Terra should have done, keep Togekiss and keep Dawn. That was it. Well, I guess not. You don't necessarily need to keep Togekiss, but for sure Darmanitan needed to be kept, because that thing did really, really well here. Of course, you did your revenge kill by Lycanroc, and your Lycanroc answers were very, very limited. But like, Darm was the way to kill a lot of Mons on Arum's team, and unfortunately, it was destroyed by a Body Press. So yeah. Anyway, moving on to the next replay, we got brain. What am I saying? Virbank Venomous versus Denver Digletts. So Wiggly versus Winston. Yeah. So these were like 2 of the top ranked teams, I think, in my power ranking. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly how this clash turns out. Yeah. Let's just get into it. I don't feel like anyone else in the lead. Lando is going to come out here on the Noivern. Fun. Okay, so. Okay, we see Dragon Meter come out immediately. Knockoff is going to come out in response. Knocks out the Choice Specs. And we're going to see Lando has leftovers. We're going to see a Heart Swap into Clefable as the Rotopi comes out. We're going to see a Thunder Wave come out as the Clef goes from Moonblast. Not so sure about that Moonblast. I mean, frankly, there was no reason to Moonblast and Rotom Heat. So yeah, that was kind of weird. I guess maybe this Clef couldn't do much else. But I think at least Wishing would probably give you more momentum out of that turn if you had Wish. I mean, this Clef has to have something besides Moonblast to hit. To do, right? Whether it's Set Rocks, Knock Off, anything like that. Thunder Wave. Well, if it has Thunder Wave, I don't know. Oh, we'll see what happens. Anyway, Volt Switch comes out. While it does come in here. Intimidating proc on the Flamethrower. Very, wow. Okay, well. That was a very, very good play for Winston. So now, Mawile, which was Mega, is no longer much of a threat at all because of that 5%. So, yeah. Pretty, that sucks. Iron Head is going to come out here. No Mega Evolution. Why is no one Mega Evolving? What's going on here? Okay, well. Yeah, Mawile doesn't Mega Evolve for some reason, and, well, the Clef, obviously takes the Iron Head because it's goddamn a regular Mawile Iron Head. Anyway, Scizor is going to come out here like it was supposed to on the Play Rough. Finally from the Mega Evolve, Mawile. We're probably going to see a Mega Evolution Roost or U-Turn here. We're going to see Knockoff. Okay. That's a good play too. Passion Berry gets knocked off. Very interesting. Probably for the Raikou or the Gastrodon. Overheat's going to come out on the Gastrodon. Speaking of which, the Gastrodon. Greninja is going to come out here on the double out to Noivern. And Draco is going to come out here. Gets a critical hit. Brings the Greninja down to its Sash though, and Ice Beam is going to take out the Noivern. So, very interesting. I think that crit actually mattered, because I don't know if Greninja would have been brought down to Sash by a non-specs Noivern Draco. So, yeah. But, point is the Greninja lived, and the Noivern is dead. So, yeah. That's why that Focus Sash is there. Raikou is going to come out on the Greninja. We're going to see the swap into the Rotom-Heat, and we're going to see a nice Scald to take out the Rotom-Heat. Okay, Rillaboom is going to come out on the Clefable swap, and we're probably going to just see a Grassy Glide to take out the Clefable, as we do. Most likely, Actually, at this point, this is very, very dangerous, because I'm pretty sure if Rillaboom has Superpower, this might actually kill Mega Scizor, so we're going to see what happens here. Well, this might be the end of the game. Oh, okay, never mind, we see Grassy Glide, which... We're gonna see Swords Dance from a very greedy, very greedy Swords Dance. I have to say. I think I would have just roosted and like U-turn. You know what? Actually, now I'm looking at it. Maybe this thing doesn't have U-turn. Maybe it's knockoff Swords Dance, Bullet Punch, roost. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Anyway, we're gonna see the Canyon come out here on the substitute. Yeah. Most likely it's gonna have Toxic to deal with the Gastron. Yes, we do. You see that? Okay. Earthquake comes out. Sub breaks. And at this point, I think Volcanion is very glad to try to stall out the Gastrodon. Okay, so yeah, let's talk. Okay, first off, that Scald was a bad idea, but so yeah, at this juncture in our time, Scizor wins if this Volcanion's dead, right? Let's just get something out of the way here, right? Yeah, so Scizor absolutely wins right now if this Volcanion dies right now. So if I was Mr. Winston here, I would try to get the Volcanion to as low HP as I could and try to kill it. Because then after that, Scizor, it's extremely free. It's like an extremely free dub. Because like, let's think about it. Rillaboom clearly doesn't have superpower, otherwise I would have gone for it. And you know, it's not gonna do damage to you anyway. So you can just Swords and stuff on that thing. Mawile, 5% dies to Bullet Punch. Greninja, 1% dies to Bullet Punch. Lando can't do shit to you. So this Scizor wins. Scizor wins right now. So my goal as Winston, kill the Volcanion as soon as physically possible. How do I do that? So basically, it seems that Wiggly is about to just try to Toxic Stall the Gastrodon with Substitute. So if I was Winston, I'd be just A, spam EQ as much as possible. B, go to Diancie and like try to break the sub. Like, because Diancie doesn't matter to this end of the game. Because all you need to do is kill this Volcanion. So I would just go to Diancie, probably take the Steam Eruption, break that sub, and then like, you know, go to Raikou, scare it out and stuff like that. Like, you know, you just need to kill this goddamn Volcanion right now. So yeah, so spamming EQ with Gastrodon also works. You can go Raikou on a predicted substitute or something like that. I don't know. Like, well, okay, we get Raikou out here on this. So that works. Get to break the sub. So you're gonna go back to Gastrodon. Probably gonna see, Steam Eruption. Ugh. I guess there is a reason to click Steam Eruption there. Diancie could probably take Flamethrower to Steam Eruption, so yeah, okay, fair enough. But Gastrodon does come in here. And yeah, giving Gastrodon Storm Drain doesn't matter either, because you have Water Absorb. So yeah, if I was Winston, kill this thing, get it down to as low health as possible. Spam EQ. That's what I would be doing right now. So yeah. And it looks like he's doing it. It's working, right? See? Now this Volcanion's down to 31%, and whoa. So this turn right here changed the course of the game. Here's why. I'm becoming Freeze-Eye now. Okay, wait. So okay, this is the turn we're at, right? So EQ just breaks the Volcanion sub, and Gastrodon is down to 58% health. So with leftovers and toxic damage, so this. Yeah, okay, so this next damage, right? So this is going to be doing 25 minus 6.2. Yeah, so around 18 to 19% on the Gastrodon. Okay, this Toxic is going to do that much. And then this, what's his name? Volcanion, right? He's going to lose 25% from power. I don't know what I'm saying. But, okay, point is, like, you should be spamming EQ here. So if Winston clicked EQ here, Volcanion would be at 37%, and then Gastrodon would be at just ignore the Volcanion itself, right? Yeah, so it would be the Gastrodon would be at the 39. So Flamethrower does around 17% to Gastrodon. So after that, like you have to sub again. But the problem is you have to sub again though in order to take Gastrodon. Like you had to spam EQ here because if you get this Volcanion as low as possible, then it's gonna make your end game win con with Scizor so much easier. So it just it's just that the Scald was just really bad because now the Volcane's back up to a respectable amount of HP. It's gonna be really hard for Scizor to win, and now you have to make a lot of predictions with Raikou in order to win this game now. So we're probably gonna see, and he even goes for Thunderbolt. Yeah, you definitely go for Volt Switch there every single time. Volt Switch or Skull, like that. Those are the only two plays you can make because Volt Switch obviously is going to give you momentum and then let you bring in Scizor. Which by the way, okay, I know you guys can't see anything, but I just need to do this damage calc for my own sanity. I'm just gonna. You're not gonna see anything, but don't worry, I will tell you what's going on in a hot sec. Wait, actually, let me do this. Okay, so now you guys can see the count. So it's probably like max HP, max special attack. Yeah, Bullet Punch is not doing much. But if you caught, like, yeah. So if that Volcanion was down to like, it was gonna be down to like what, like 16, 17%. If you got it down that far, if you predicted that switch in, knockoff kills, right? Or if you're able to get a free Sword Dance, 2 Bullet Punches will kill that thing too. So like, I really think Winston had this game in the bag actually, with the way, especially wrong match, but especially with the way Wiggly was playing especially with the way Wiggly was playing their Volcanion. If Wiggly let it go, I don't know if they realized, but if they let it go, game, that was game. Scizor won immediately. There was no ifs, ands, or buts. Yeah, anyways, it was just now Volcanion's at too high of a health. Sure, Scizor can come in and beat 4 out of the 5 bonds here. Problem is it can't beat the 5th one. So this is just a lesson on win conditions. You have to recognize at what point, you have to recognize, oh my god, Scizor does really well here. I should just absolutely go for this. If I kill the Volcanion, I literally win the game. So you win conditions are recognizing win conditions specifically. Very important skill to build up. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to just know these things. You just kind of have to play and get experience, which to be fair is the point of this draft league. So I shouldn't be too hard on Winston for making this mistake. But yeah, I think this is just a really big missed opportunity. If he recognized getting that Volcanion as low as possible and potentially killing it, if he recognized that, this game would have been entirely different. I think Wiggly would have lost immediately as soon as Scizor came out, got a Sword Dance up, and just started bullet punching everything. It's quite unfortunate. Anyway, Steam Eruption comes out, and that, by the way, that Steam Eruption, very dumb idea. I'm sorry. You very thankfully got the burn. Yeah, you got the burn, which is really nice, right? But there's no point in predicting Diancie. At this point in the game, you should just go for Flamethrower. Because, okay, yeah, maybe Raikou lives. Who cares? Because keep in mind, right? So if you, okay, okay, let me explain myself. So you click Flamethrower here. Scenario A, Scizor stays in and dies. Scenario B, either Raikou or Diancie. Or scenario B is Raikou comes in. It takes 47%. It's down to 20% or whatever. You can just, I think, very easy sack Lando, and then go back to Rillaboom, and then just reset the whole scenario, right? Because even if that Raikou goes for Scald, who cares? You're gonna go back into Rillaboom. You're gonna force this Scizor back in. You can create this exact same scenario with Volcanion. Option C, Diancie comes in on the Flamethrower. First time, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Steam Eruption kills, but you can probably tell if you could kill with Flamethrower. You could probably tell if you could kill it with the Flamethrower damage. If Steam Eruption doesn't kill, again, just sack Lando and go back to Rillaboom. It doesn't matter. Like you have a lot more sacks than Winston does at this point, so you have the advantage in that. You don't have to make any power predictions. You're up 5-3, and because especially since wait, okay, especially since if that Steam Eruption didn't burn, well, okay, I don't think you would have lost if that Steam Eruption didn't burn, because I think what 80 20. Okay, you know what? Maybe I'm being too harsh. Never mind. I'll take it back. But like, actually, no, I don't take it back, because what if he crit there? Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I'm bringing it back. What if he crit there? So like, if you got a +2 knockoff crit, if Volcanion dies, and then you lose, and if you don't get the burn, right? So like, yeah, no, I'm staying strong. You did not need a Steam Eruption there. That was incurring risk for no reason. Also, you could have missed, which also would have sucked majorly. Anyway, whatever. Thankfully, Wiggly doesn't get unlucky, and we actually see the sub, which, you know, totally fair at this point. Just to get a, that's fair. We're probably going to see a Flamethrower to finally knock out the Scizor. Yep, since you don't need to predict. Raikou is going to come out, go for the Thunderbolt, but Steam Eruption will take it out. Oh, actually it doesn't. What Brandon does. That was very lucky on Wiggly's part again. But to be fair, at this point, the game was already over. Rillaboom comes in and easily sweeps, so it doesn't really matter. See another sub. Okay, okay, you're subbing for no reason at this point. I don't really. Either you're gonna land or you're not. Anyways, gets another burn. By the way, 3 burns in a row for the Volcanion. But again, it doesn't really matter. Lando's gonna come in and probably just knock it out with her quick heal. But yeah. Main thing here, win condition recognizing your win condition is one of the most important skills you can have as a Pokemon player. Very unfortunately, Winston did not capitalize on the fact that Wiggly was basically sacking all of Volcanion's health just to deal with the Gastrodon. Yeah. And sometimes recognizing win conditions means I hope my opponent chokes as well. You have to play towards that as well. I think, for example, Pokegame, I think what he does really well, he recognizes, like, if he's in a bad spot, he knows, like, exactly what needs to happen in order for him to win from that bad spot. And he plays towards it, which is why, you know, when that bad luck happens, you know, he wins. So, you just gotta recognize, like, oh my god, Scizor can win if I can kill this Volcanion. So, I don't know. Anyway, I've been talking too much. Let's just finish up this last game. Oh yeah, by the way, this is the last game. There usually are 6, but unfortunately there are 5 this week, due to a forfeit. So we are gonna, move on to the last game. We're gonna see the Wuppertal Woopers versus the Italian Torterras. So yeah, got like a 3 water 2 steel type thing going on there. I like it. Before I start, Regieleki off the bat looks amazing here. Obviously kills all the water types, probably. Steel types are threatened by it. Dragon Ball's like the only resist on Boss Ben's team. So yeah, Regieleki does amazingly here. Politoed also looks pretty good. But yeah. Urshifu on the Italian Torterra side also looks amazing. Slowking is not a very good resist, especially with Choice Band U-turn. Dragon Ball looks amazing as well. Spec Shadow Ball does a lot to everything. Yeah, let's move on. We're seeing the Politoed come out turn 1 against the Klefki. We're going to see the Thunder Wave, and we're going to see the Whirlpool. So most likely it's going to be Perish Trap. So Perish Strong plus Whirlpool, plus probably Protect or Encore or some way to stall out the Perish Strong turns. And we do see the Perish Strong come out. Looks like Ben's probably just going to get all 3 layers of spikes. Yep. Gonna skip through this. Yep, and then swap out to Slowking on the Toxic. Very nice play on Boss Ben's part. Getting the Toxic on the Slowking was pretty good. Yeah, but unfortunately Klefki is dead. All 3 layers of spikes though is pretty good. We're gonna see the whoa, what the let's go back. Let's go back. First off, Bisharp Swords dance in front of Slowking. Kind of fair, considering Slowking should never ever stay in on a Bisharp unless it has Colberberry. Like, what the heck? Oh, it might have Colberberry, we'll see. Anyway, Gliscor is going to come in here on the knockout. Oh my god. Wow. does a lot of damage. Unfortunately, does not quite get the knockout. Life Orb, whatever. Sucker Punch can come out on the default. So, a couple of things went wrong for Zach here on this turn. Okay, so first off, Psychic Terrain on the SD on Bishop. Like, I don't know why you would go for... If you're gonna stay in against a Bishop, try to kill it. Or, try to, like, not let it get boost. Which Zach failed to do twice in a row. So, first off, you set up Psychic Terrain, whatever. I don't know why you would do that. Anyways, and then Gliscor came in on the +2 knockout. Very unfortunately for Ben, does not get the knockout. I wonder if it would have... I wonder what type of range that was. Oh, let me switch back to the... Yeah, so you guys can see. I'm assuming it's Adamant, so I'm just going to assume that. And then Gliscor... I don't know what type of Gliscor it was. If it was this type of Gliscor, Zach got extremely lucky. 1/8 of the time, he did not die. Well, actually, it was a defog though, right? So maybe it was this one. Okay, it's the same EVs though. So let's assume that this is the correct Gliscor. Extremely lucky. Extremely lucky. To be fair, if it's like max defense, which we know it's not though, because this Bishop got, well, you'll see in a sec, but the Bishop did get outsped by the Gliscor. So the Gliscor at least has to have 240 here, right? So that's about like 200. I don't know, something like that. You can have probably a little bit more. I don't know the math. Whatever. Well, we know it's not max defense either because it took 99%. So I don't know. That probably might have gotten extremely lucky, basically. Back. Okay. And then afterwards, he gave the Bishop the Flying Boost again. So I think Ben's got this in the bag. +3 Sucker, +4 Sucker Punch, plus Knockoff, plus Iron Head is going to kill everything on this team. So I don't see the issue. So, hold up. Okay, so that's pretty standard. So it probably was 0 attack Gliscor. But yeah, that yeah, I don't know. No Sucker comes out on Bishop's end. By the way, this Sucker was completely viable. Because Psychic Terrain doesn't work. Terrains don't work on non-grounded opponents. So if you Sucker Punch a flying type or a Levitator, it does work in Terrain. Yeah. So yeah, the defog. Very unfortunate that no Sucker came out. If the Sucker came out, I think the game could have potentially been over. I would have to, you have to calc, like, against like Ferrothorn or whatever. Okay, so it's a +4 Bisharp. It kills Ferrothorn without question. For Heatran, if it was defensive, you kill with Knockoff. No, you just kill with Sucker Punch, period. Yeah. The game was over. The game was over. Oh, man. That was so unfortunate. I can't believe he let the... If he suckered that turn, the game was over. That was so unfortunate. Knockoff... I don't know. That was I can't speak. That was such a Sucker Punch. Not Sucker Punching there is not necessarily a throw either, because this Gliscor could try to like roost. But to be fair, I think Bishop should have Sucker Punched here more often than not. Because like if it has roost, it has roost. Like you're gonna it's a +4 Gliscor, it's +4 Bishop. You're gonna kill it regardless. Doesn't matter if it gets back up to 100. So at that point, it's just like Zach has to make the correct prediction there. So yeah, I don't know. If I was Boss Man, I would Sucker one more time, at the very least, and then you can start debating about whether you want to knock off or not. So yeah, that was unfortunate. Does get the kill on the Gliscor, but this +4 Bishop that was going to win by a landslide is now gone. We're gonna see Banded Urshifu come out. absolutely demolish Slowking's health. Probably gonna see another U-turn. Yep, and Slowking does go down. Future Sight is in play though. Blastoise is gonna come in on the Regieleki, and this probably it does die. Yep. Thankfully, I guess Ben doesn't have to worry about Future Sight anymore. Dragon Ball's gonna come in here as probably gonna go for Specs Shadow Ball. Does. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go for it again because Ghost type don't get trapped by Whirlpool, so if it does get dicey, you can switch out. We're gonna see that full para twice in a row, though, unfortunately, on the Politoed. To be fair, the second full para didn't matter as much, but the first one did a little bit. So, like, we could have gotten a little bit of chip on the Dragon Ball. We're gonna see the Heatran come out with this Dragon Ball. It's very interesting. Most likely, then, that Heatran is Scarf and is trying to kill the Dragon Ball, but Scarf Heatran at max speed does not outspeed Dragon Ball. To be fair, this Dragon Ball might not be max speed timid, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a gamble. We're gonna see the Bandit close comment here, which, by the way, does absolutely murder everything. Regieleki is gonna come out here. So okay, now we're in danger territory, right? So Regieleki doesn't 2-hit KO this Dragon Ball as of current. So I think the best play here would be either sack Toxapex, because Toxapex doesn't really matter much in this endgame. I mean, it does resist Heatran's moves, I guess. So I guess going to Pult here would be the best play, because it doesn't get 2-hit KO by Thunderbolt. But unfortunately, Ben decides to sack the Urshifu, which I don't think was the right play, because, well, I don't know, actually. You know what? It's debatable, because I think this Heatran is Scarf, right? If you think this Heatran's Scarf, to be fair, Urshifu might not be able to get another move off, but yeah, I don't know. I guess Urshifu sack was necessarily the wrong play. I think I would have gone Dragon Ball first though, just to keep. I would have gone Dragon Ball first just to keep up sacks, because that's kind of important. And then losing HP on the Dragon Ball, yeah, that does suck. But you can kill the Specs Reggie. You can kill Regieleki with Specs Shadow Ball. Unfortunately, probably not Heatran. Let me see. If it was offensive, right? It's a range. Yeah, it's a range to kill. It's a range to two-shot. It's a range in your favor. So like, yeah, I think Dragon Ball should have come in there, because you know you don't run Dragon Balls on Heatran unless it's like offensive. But anyway, Dragon Ball comes in, Light Screen comes out, and Shadow Ball comes out. Very unfortunately, this Dragon Ball was also not Infiltrators, so. And we can see from the Shadow Ball, this was going to 2-hit KO Heatran, and it did outspeed. So this is, and now the Dragon Ball's in range of Regieleki, and now the game's over. Yeah, this was very unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know. Flame Body and Heatran too, which you know it makes sense. There's no fire types in the Boss Man's team, so there's no point to keep Flame Body, to keep Flash Fire. But I was so unfortunate on so many different levels. I think Ben had this game won on multiple different occasions, and unfortunately, he wasn't able to capitalize on any of them. That sucks. If this Infiltrator Dragon Ball, if this Bisharp went for Sucker Punch, if he kept Urshifu, oh my god, I feel, that sucks. That just sucks. You know, there's not much you can do at the end of the day with that. Like, just again, recognizing win cons. I guess I can talk about like Sucker Punch Wars. For those, you kind of just stick to a strategy. Like usually, I don't know. There's a lot of discussion about Sucker Punch Wars. You know, basically Sucker Punch Wars is basically just like, before I go on about it, it's like you have one of the bonds have Sucker Punch and they're about to kill the opposing Pokemon, but the opposing Pokemon is just using non-attacking moves, and they're faster by the way, and so they're using non-attacking moves to not die to Sucker Punch. So the war is either the person with Sucker Punches and kills. That's scenario A. Scenario B, the person who's faster and doesn't have Sucker Punch guesses correctly on when the person doesn't Sucker Punch and then kills them. And scenario C, the person who has Sucker Punch guesses correctly that the opposing Pokemon won't go for an attacking move and then just goes for another move to kill them. So that's the Sucker Punch rule. Clearly, it's favored into the person with Sucker Punch because at 2 out of 3 scenarios they win. So when you're on the losing side, you have to guess correctly completely every single time, or else you lose. And obviously, that is quite hard to do. Also, I don't know what just happened. Hello. Okay, there we go. But yeah, obviously that's really hard to do. But thankfully for Zach, he got it. But yeah, I don't know. I think Ben. I think if I was Ben in this scenario, I would. So you would only need 2 Sucker Punches in order to outspeed Heatran and Regieleki, because those are the only 2 things faster than you. So I probably would have Sucker Punched until I had 3 or so Sucker Punches remaining. Then I would start debating, like, okay, maybe I should knock off here, maybe I shouldn't, because you basically just need 2, technically speaking. Of course, the Regieleki did have Light Screen, so it would have been a little bit more complicated after that. But at that point, like, you're like so up in like a Mons probably at that point. So like yeah, I don't know. Okay, that sucks. I don't know. Yeah, Ben. The only thing I can say that could have gone better. Ben should have brought Infiltrator Dragon Bolt. That definitely was a mistake though, because the Sucker Punch wasn't the non-Sucker Punching was not necessarily a mistake, but the Dragon Ball not having Infiltrator was definitely a mistake, because Regieleki does commonly run screens, so it isn't something to not, anticipate. Also, Substitute could be run on stuff like Gliscor. So, like yeah, I think more often than not, the most common ability you should be using on Dragon Ball is Infiltrator. If you don't know what, unless you're absolutely certain there's no screens and you're absolutely certain there's no substitutes. Unless you have a really good reason for Curse Body, you usually don't run that, because it's like a 30% chance. At the end of the day, it might not occur at all. So to be fair, 30% feels like 100% in certain scenarios. But yeah. Anyway, done talking about that, I guess. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.